Did have an issue. This is crazy.
Oh, this is crazy. It's another one of these situations that just has, snowballed or just like turned into something completely different than what it was. Okay, so Patti LuPone has no problem, vocalizing her issues with people or things. So of course her profile in the New Yorker this past weekend featured some of those dislikes.
We had an issue with sound from Hell's Kitchen. It's an issue on Broadway when a playhouse shares the same wall with a musical house. What we heard, because we were just two people, no music, was the drone of a bass that came. It shook our back wall, and it came into the backstage, onto our stage, and into our audience.
The journalist, Michael Sherman, brings up Audra McDonald and the fact that she liked Keisha Lewis's video where the actress accuses Patti of being racist and a bully for asking the Schubert Theater owner to get the Hell's Kitchen sound team to correct their sound design so that their bass doesn't bleed through the wall and heard by the audience watching Patti's play The Roommate Next Door. So Audra liked that video. Yeah, when Michael brings it up, Patti says, "Exactly, and I thought, you should know better. That's typical Audra. She's not a friend with a hard D." Now this is the writer saying, "The two singers had some long ago rift," LuPone said, but she didn't want to elaborate. When I asked her what she thought of McDonald's current production of Gypsy, she stared at me in silence for 15 seconds. Then she turned to the window and sighed, "What a beautiful day." Now, Audra sat down with Gayle King for this Sunday morning, but yeah, they released a preview today.
If there's a rift between us, I don't know what it is. That's something that you'd have to ask Patti about.
Patti and Audra have worked together several times over the years. In the year 2000, they did Sweeney Todd with the New York Philharmonic. 2005, they did Anyone Can Whistle.
If anything will, anything will, there's nothing as low as a woman.
2007, they were part of the Los Angeles Opera production of Rise and Fall of the City of Mahogany. Here they are in Happier Times in 2011. Which is getting closer to when Audra says they last saw each other.
I haven't seen her in about 11 years just because I've been busy just with life and stuff. So I don't know what rift she's talking about, but we'd have to ask her.
Patti's remarks have inspired a ton of people, including celebrities, to post their love for Audra on social media, including Viola Davis, Donna Murphy, Yvette Nicole Brown, Alex Newell, Renee Rapp, Deborah Cox, Shoshana Bean, and that's lovely, and I'm sure Audra's a lovely person. But yeah, people are saying that Patti, degrades Audra's talent in her comments. No, she doesn't. So first off, Patti doesn't badmouth Audra at all. I mean, when she's asked about her, she says she's not a friend. She's allowed to not be friends with Audra McDonald. We don't know what the reason is, and Audra knows what that reason is. Like, Audra did something that said to Patti that Audra's not a friend of mine. That could be an overblown reaction from Patti. Audra could be completely justified in her actions. Whatever it was, Patti decided that, yeah, because of that, they're not friends. And she's allowed to decide that. Like, that's not a commentary on her talent or her abilities in any kind of way. She's just not friends with her.
For some drama people, I suppose.
When it comes to Gypsy, Patti's allowed to not like the production. And once again, she doesn't say anything bad about the production. She's asked about it, and yeah, she just decides to ignore the question. I mean, we all assumed that means she didn't like it. She's allowed not to like it. But yeah, she doesn't say anything bad about it. And even if she did not like the production, once again, it's not a commentary on Audra's overall talent. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't have a dog in this fight. Like, I'm not some big Patti LuPone fan or anything like that, but just looking at what she actually said and looking at what people are posting on social media, like, oh, she's jealous that Audra is the all-time record holder for the most Tony Award wins with 6. And you gotta, she's won all 4 of the acting categories. What does that have to do with Patti not being friends with her because she had some issue with her? What does that have to do with anything? So yeah, people just take this in a whole other direction. So that's that for me. What are your thoughts?